Those are the top stories now. Let's bring you this one. 2 out of 3 babies who are abandoned die. Abandonment is said to be an incredibly complex matter here in the country. There can be no excuse for intentionally harming or willfully neglecting any child. But we must realize that there are birth parents in crisis who would rather choose life. Well, that's part of Dr. Whitney Rosenberg's thesis, is detailing how important it is for the country to proactively legislate for baby savers. To tell us more about this campaign to save babies, and the founder of Baby Savers South Africa, Dr. Whitney Rosenberg, joining us now. Dr. Rosenberg, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. You're currently driving a campaign, and I've been on the site where it was saying that you must you need to save babies. Basically, it's legalizing baby savers. How is the campaign going?
Hi, good day, Dan, and thank you to your viewers and yourself for having me on your show. At this moment, that campaign is going very well. We've got 22,000 signatures on the change.org petition, and we are very encouraged by that. We are being well received by people who understand that this is a huge problem in our country.
22,163 have signed. I'm looking at it now online. You want to get to 25,000. Is there a magic reason for that 25,000 target number?
No, there's no magic reason for the 25,000. Once it gets to 25,000, we'll probably want to go beyond that.
Okay.
The more support, the better.
Okay, legalize baby savers, save children's rights. You've penned that the country is silent on options for safe relinquishing babies. Just tell us why and how.
Well, Dan, currently our laws are very restrictive. We've got laws that call abandonment a crime, but we do not have measures in place to prevent abandonment. And this is what my research was trying to find, a method that is used in other countries all around the world, successfully so, that saves the lives of these children, because we know that the children who are unsafely abandoned, most of those children die as a result of unsafe abandonment. And the figures in our country are very shocking. I mean, in 2010, a study was conducted, and it was found that 3,500 babies are abandoned annually in South Africa. And furthermore, another study in 2016 found that 84.9% of neonaticides, which is the killing of an infant that is 24 hours or 28 days old or younger, 84.9% of that was accounted to abandonment. And this finding suggests that a child born in South Africa is at the highest risk of being killed during the first 6 days of its life. So there is a real big problem in South Africa at the moment, and that is what our campaign is aimed at.
Yeah, and you are working together with the Bayakanya Foundation, non-profit organization. Now, if the target of signatures, or as you gather these signatures, is the idea that you could then use that support for your campaign for changes to the children's laws in the country?
Yes, Dan, that is our ultimate goal, is to have the Children's Act amended so that there is legislation provided or provisions provided in the Act for the legalization of baby savers. What we do know is that in South Africa, there is no preventative measures to prevent unsafe abandonment, and we do stand behind the fact that a baby saver does save children's lives.
So basically the idea is to protect a child's life now, so that if a parent finds herself, the mother, for example, giving birth to a child that they want to relinquish, instead of doing it in an unsafe way, you want a law to make sure that that child can be saved. Therefore, you decriminalize even that action, and you guarantee the safety of that child's life into the future.
Yes, Dan, but also more than decriminalizing, because we're not trying to decriminalize the act of unsafe abandonment. We are saying that unsafe abandonment must still be a crime in South Africa. But we are saying we would love to provide the mothers with another option, which is safe relinquishment. And if she chooses to unsafely abandon, despite the laws being there to allow her to safely relinquish, then she will still be prosecuted for the crime of abandonment. So we're not so much asking for the crime of abandonment to be removed, but what we are asking for is to give the mother more options rather than fewer.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. So your petition is currently live on change.org, as you say. So people who support your cause can go there and sign. Is it a pretty straightforward thing? Do they have to say why they're supporting you?
No, they do not have to provide any reasons. Also, for more details on what a baby saver is and how it functions, your viewers are welcome to go to our website, www.babysaverssa.co.za, which is the organization, a non-profit organization called Baby Savers of South Africa, established to get behind this cause and to push for the legalization of baby savers in South Africa.
Okay, does the Bayakanya Foundation also have an online presence around this Baby Savers campaign?
So Dan, the Bayakanya Foundation is a foundation that partnered with me in my personal capacity to create the change.org petition. However, totally separate from that is Baby Savers South Africa, which is a non-profit that was established to be an umbrella organization for all organizations in South Africa that have baby savers or wish to install baby savers.
Okay, so I would imagine then hashtag BabySaversSA would be available on your social media campaigns as part of this petition. Is this petition running now until when? Do you have a timeline to say by the time you've managed to gather so many signatories to the petition, then you're going to be furthering your campaign in terms of asking for, or campaigning rather, lobbying for those amendments in the Children's Act?
We do not have a time limit. Our time frame is dependent on what the Department of Social Development decides, or what the parties who are involved with the Children's Amendment Bill decides. So we do not have a time limit. The more signatures we get, the better. There is still time for many people to get behind this cause and to sign if you believe that a baby saver can save a child's life.
Okay, now we'll touch base with you as time goes on, and please keep us in the loop as well. That's Baby Saver SA, Dr. Whitney Rosenberg. She's, of course, the founder of that organization.